Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you easy carry tank Dr. Mundo in the jungle. Two things you should know about Dr. Mundo jungle. Absolutely do not pick him if the enemy team has Vayne, and do not pick him if they have Master Yi. True damage champions eat his lunch, and they're extremely challenging to deal with because you tend to stack a bunch of armor magic resist on Mundo. With that being said, he's a solid carry and very easy to play. It looks like they're invading RIP. So for your runes, take Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Tenacity, Last Stand, Free Boots, Approach with attack speed 80 and armor. First item rush, extremely straightforward on Mundo. You're going to be going Sunfire or Frostfire. I think Sunfire is a lot better as long as you're not super far behind. If you're super far behind, springing for Frostfires is better because they're so inexpensive. For your boots options, you're usually going to lean into Merc Treads or Plated. It really just depends on what they have. Their team's super AD stacked except for the Blitz, so this is definitely a Plated game. We'll start on our red buff. You want to start Q. It's your best level 1 ability if they invade you. It also does a fudge load of damage and is on a very short cooldown. So if you do start Q, absolutely you have to start on red or blue buff. Starting Q will be useless for starting on wolves or raptors for that matter. Just something to think about. I think I might have pulled the Krugs too early there. Yeah, we did. RIP. Your Q does more damage. The auto attack E reset. Your Q does much more damage the healthier something is. So if something's full HP, that's usually the thing you want to hit with your Q. Whenever you last hit a monster with your E, it does splash damage, which is pretty sick. It launches it. It's also against small monsters as well. So even if a small raptor or small wolf's full HP, you can hit it with an E and absolutely destroy it. Just like that. It's your main form of AoE damage since it's a short cooldown. Then we can one-tap these. Your damage gets pretty high on Mundo. That's why Lethal Tempo is so nice. You get a lot of extra AD from your E based on your missing health. So the more health you're missing, you hit harder. You're much scarier champion. You'll see that I'm using my E a lot on these small monsters just to get that big AoE damage. Auto attack E reset. You can ban Darius so they think you're playing Mundo top or Vayne. If you ban Master Yi though, they'll know that it's probably Mundo jungle a lot of the time. You should be doing around 315s to 320s with leash like you see here. We got a solo leash. We still finished pre 320, very high HP with a refill left over. Auto attack E reset. Unfortunately, your E doesn't push large monsters. It's only small ones, or if your E is last hitting something, then it pushes anything. Even champs. These guys are incredibly low on health. We could definitely solo Poppy. Any jungler who doesn't have Conqueror or Lethal Tempo should not be able to solo you at all. I hope Seraphine doesn't... Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Gonna W. Get her with an E. I kind of have to push this. The wave's in a weird spot. Sad thing is Seraphine 100% could have lived there if she would have just kept running. She thought she could pinch. The lesson there is if you don't have Lethal Tempo or Conqueror and the opponent does who you're trying to solo, after you've been scrapping with them and you think, oh, I might be able to kill them, the answer is you can't, because Lethal Tempo and Conqueror are that much better as all-in keystones. So do not fool yourself. So for example, if me and Poppy were fighting to the death and she's like, oh, I think I can win, the answer is she can't because I have Lethal Tempo and she has Phase Rush. Phase Rush does 0 damage. Lethal Tempo does. She just straight up did not react to my Q. Yeah, I think you're dead here. Nice. Mundo's a pretty decent counter against Poppy. She can't CC you. Oh, that was good. I think he wins this if he lands his stuff. Yep. He had a pretty big item advantage. Our jungle item doesn't actually do any damage against champions. So he had D-Blade, this and this. That's like close to 1,000 gold. Somewhere around 1k. Go ahead and grab Bombies. And this, and we'll head back out. So yeah, your very best matchups on Mundo Jungle are single CC champions. So a Taliyah, for example, a Pantheon stun, a Hecarim E, a Zinzao knockup. These are all matchups where Mundo has a 60% and higher win rate against. It's incredibly hard to deal with. They have to actually immobilize you. Slows don't pull off your passive. So it has to be a legitimate big CC. Like a root, knockup, knockback. Suppression like a Malzahar Warwick. Mundo jungle is extremely underplayed. He's been buffed a lot to where he didn't used to have it to where he could knock monsters even if they were small and full HP, but now he can. It makes clearing a lot easier. Much easier. It's a lot of fun too. Like I said, just don't play him against Vayne or Master Yi. If they get one of those, you should just dodge. It's not worth playing. It's very unfun to where even if you're fed, playing like you should, as long as they're halfway know what they're doing, it's incredibly hard to deal with. It's kind of like trying to fight a fire Pokemon against a water Pokemon, even if you're the higher level and better, you don't win. It's that bad of a counter for Mundo. Thinking about just killing Poppy here instead of ganking because I don't actually have boots. Oh, out. I'm gonna smite this. I'll attack E reset. She's so screwed. That was a really good dodge though. I'll attack E reset. Finish her down. They blitz. I'll attack Q. I'm not even under the turret. Nice. I have lethal tempo stack. Blitz trying to do anything there against me when I already had my lethal tempo stack was just incredibly dangerous. Auto attack E reset. Oh, I just killed myself. Oh, she does so much damage. I didn't look at items at all. I needed to wait more for the minions. I think she dies here at least, but wow. She did so much damage, man. She has Noon Quiver Pickaxe, 55 AD. It's as much AD as her full item's even going to give. Go for the Sunfire, grab this. It's still... I don't know how worth it is. I don't think she got shut down off of me, so maybe it is worth, because now I just get my boots sooner. So maybe it's worth, I don't know. Obviously would rather not die with how fast Mundo clears are. Get faster and faster. Easily take Blue Gromp same time. Once you're kind of level 3 and up. Mundo has really solid health regeneration. You regenerate a % of your max health very consistently with your passive. It's a 2-parter. Very common with champion reworks and new champions. Each ability and passive does multiple different things. We've got to walk her down, get as close as we can before we toss out a Q. Oh, she really went for it. That's not worth though. She used Flash to trade 1-for-1 when she probably could have lived. She had tier 2 boots versus my tier 1s, so I think she should have just tried to live there. Since Mundo does have those really bad matchups against things like Master Yi, Vayne, he also struggles a lot against Amumu, who can be quite common in lower elo. Mundo shouldn't be your only jungler unless you're willing to dodge games, or if you're just willing to accept those matchups. So he's usually used as a good secondary, a good backup jungler for those situations where you're up against a Taliyah, Pantheon, a Hecarim, a Zinzao, a Poppy, that type of stuff. Because he really does shine against a large part of the jungle pool, but he also struggles against another big part of it. Champions, so another breeded champ he struggles with is like Vi, because any jungler who can consistently escape Mundo by going over a wall, Mundo doesn't have much counterplay against, because Mundo can't go over walls himself. So if you just think in your mind, oh, that jungler can easily go over walls, probably not ideal for me to play against, then that is probably accurate. But as you play at the matchups, you'll learn them. You'll know exactly what you can and can't get away with. Wish I was bot right now. Our R is up, so it'd be good to look for a gank. Medium Krugs don't count as knockable if they're full HP. Something to think about. It has to actually be a last hit. Any monster that you can't smite, it has to be a last hit for it to get knocked back with your E. So you can smite a medium Krug, for example, heal off of it, do your damage. You can't smite a small wolf, you can't smite a small raptor. Hey, Poppy. Auto attack E reset, auto attack Q. Since we're close, it's hard for her to actually dodge anything. To dodge any of our skill shots isn't that plausible. Picking up your passive does put it on a shorter cooldown. I should have picked it up there. It also gives you back a little bit of health. The health itself isn't really valid here since we're full health anyways, but getting it on a lower cooldown is nice. It's just a good habit to get yourself into. I'm the type of person, though, to constantly forget to pick up Bel'Veth Lavender, so... Auto attack E reset. Our Ghost is up and R is up. We could look for something. Gonna go ahead, max E second for the extra AD. I'll R Ghost for this. Auto attack E reset. Auto attack E reset. Down he goes. Close fight. That's the power of Sunfire Aegis once it gets rolling. I still have some lethal tempo. She thinks she can kill me, but she can't. We just baited the crap out of her. Once again, guys, the moral of the story is if someone has lethal tempo or Conqueror and it's stacked, you can click on them and it'll show you in the left corner. If they have Conqueror or lethal tempo and it's stacked, you absolutely need to take that into serious consideration. Especially if you have a non-damage Keystone like Phase Rush or a low damage like bursty Keystone like Dark Harvest. She charged me and I still had 4 lethal tempo, which at this point in the game is 4 times 13. What is that? Around 52% attack speed when she charged us. That is going to be a hard fight to take. Yasuo is going to rotate into me. They know I'm over here. I'm full HP though. He's shield bow, Poppy's full item. Yeah, he did the thing. Hey friend. Auto attack E reset. Auto attack Q. I'm gonna kill everybody. Oh, what the heck. Auto attack Q reset. I'm about to die to Kai'Sa, so I kind of have to hurry. Yeah, I felt the Kai'Sa coming. We had to hurry. And the funny thing is, before you're like, oh, you're so fed. We're only 1 full item in terms of gold spent. Yes, we're sitting on a fortune, but Poppy was a full item there. Oh my god, he's only level 6. Oh, Jesus. Blitzcrank was nearly a full item. What you saw was lethal tempo and Sunfire plus our E base damage. E was giving us 25 AD plus up to 35. So that's a lot of extra attack damage. We're going to go ahead and go for lots of armor. After Sunfire Aegis, everything is situational. Whether you go for Thornmail or Spirit Visage, Warmogs, it really depends. You're normally going to go for Warmogs like later in your build. It's not much of an early game item style rush. I kind of want Randuin's next for the slow, plus Kai'Sa's crit, Yasuo's crit. Randuin's does quite well against double crit or triple crit style comps. Triple crit would be something like a Quinn top, Bane top with a Yas mid, Kai'Sa 80 carry, or even a crit style jungler. Maybe Mastery has some crit items and he doesn't have Rage Blade yet. Alright, let's do it. Let's boogie. He can't even hook me because my passive. This is really funny to play against hook supports on Mundo. You can step in front and I'll pick up my passive, auto attack E reset, at least try to. Turn on my R here in a second. Don't really need the health yet, so I've been waiting. Auto attack Q, auto attack E reset. I got my passive back up. I really wish I had Ghost earlier in that fight for the Ghost reset so I could kill everybody. Hey friend, you're dead. Gosh, couldn't save my teammate in time. Just gonna bonk him with that E. Down he goes. We won that fight 4v. Were they all in that fight? Poppy's missing. She either AFK'd or she had to leave that fight early. Oh yeah, there she is. She's gonna try to stop me. Auto attack E reset. Yeah, we got it. We're chilling. We have a lot of CS. Your Q does percent base damage, like we talked about at the start. It does more the healthier they are, but still, your Q chunks, squishies, and tanks alike. It's really, really good versus tanks in particular. Doing 30% of their current health. So if they're full HP, it's theoretically doing 30%. Obviously, they're going to have magic resist, so maybe that 30% gets turned more into like 20% or 15%. Still, that's a lot of damage. Your bone saw, if your Q hits a monster or champion, it restores the full cost. And if it hits a non-champion or a non-monster instead, it only gives half. So if it hits a minion, it only gives half. Yeah, nice damage, Kai'Sa. Psych. Yeah, they didn't even get my passive. This is a weird counter to Yasuo, where if he doesn't have the damage to kill you with just autos, if he's in a situation where he genuinely needs his knock up and R, he just can't kill you. Because you're our passive, you're immune to one hard CC until they scrape it off of you. These guys are in trouble unless I throw my shutdown. Kai'Sa needs 3 or 4 items to actually start busting me up. She's gonna need it. Need a big old gun. As is, she's not doing much to us. Auto attack E reset. Turrets can't save you at this point in the game from something this beefy. We took 300 damage. Auto attack E reset. No one's helping me hit this guy though. He can't hook me because my passive. It's hilarious. He actually just can't. Gonna walk this chick down. Wait, why am I even tanking this? We're gonna have to kill this chick. We're all gonna die now. Oh, that's so bad. We took a lot more damage underneath turret than I thought we would. Turret really did double that damage because we lost a lot of health underneath there. That's not counting because it was such a long period of time. That was really trolly by me. Whether we got that turret or not, and then because we had to reset regardless, right? HP and the gold as a team. So whether we got that turret or not doesn't really change anything this game, but us giving them the shutdown gold, or a high chance of giving them the shutdown gold, changed a lot. Now Kai'Sa's going to be chunking. Could push straight for Titanic for damage. I'm thinking we do that next. After Titanic, we'll go Deadman's for extra movement speed and damage and slow on it. Kai'Sa still hasn't spent her gold, so the team can probably kill her here. I'm hoping. Oh no, he didn't. She's gonna get more gold. Garen doesn't have R, he gets kited. Yeah, this game's going from bad to worse. Luckily, we do have the drags going for us though. We'll blue smite him. Auto attack E, Q in point blank range. Auto attack E reset. Oh, we're healing like a mofo now. Oh yeah, baby. Whoa! It's Mundo time. Seraphine landed some big hits there. Some good CC. We're on ghost extensions. Yasuo has nowhere to go. He's dead from the Zed. Look at that sexy auto. That is beautiful. Bring in the rest of the minions. That's probably GG's, if I had to guess. Let's do it. Let's do it, Shen. The turret ain't, it's not really worth much. Could we please hit the turret? It's starting to do some damage. Auto attack E reset, down she goes. And that is the carry potential of Dr. Mundo Jungle. He has really solid 315, 318 full clear, full HPs. He's a pretty strong soloist. You absolutely do not want to play him against true damage heavy champions like Vayne or Master Yi, because that is very painful. Would not recommend. Other than that, he's awesome. Let's take a look at the graphs. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we had the most dealt in the game, even more than Kai'Sa. She was really fed too. Lots of shutdown gold. And she was doing a decent job kiting. Damage taken, we did take the most. Self-mitigated, it's got to be us, right? Yep. Balanced. With a lethal tempo, giving us 1 minute and 48 seconds of maxed out uptime. This is not including its partial uptimes of several stacks because we were killing them so quickly. So 1 minute 48 maxed out uptime with maxing it out on 20 different occasions. Very spicy. I mean, if you can, wow, that's just so much value, man. Triumph, good. All the runes, very, very good. There's nothing here you would necessarily want to change. If you wanted to be better in the late game, you'd swap out these secondary runes for probably Resolve Tree, things like Conditioning and Unflinching. The Magical Footwear and Approach gives you so much value, though, in the early mid game in particular, to where it's really hard to get rid of. If you guys enjoyed this Dr. Mundo Jungle Guide, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Kingsticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.